finding myself with a bit of time on my hands. Thought I'd do something. Just had an idea. Do something I've been going to do for years. That's make a clock. So all I've done, I've got a cheap clock. Really expensive, look. Just to use that. What I'm going to do is use this bit of checker plate. I'm not going to use it for anything else. And decide it's easy to make a square one, but I've decided to do a round one. And I've scribed the line. You can see it there, look. So I'm just going to cut that off, make it that size, and I've got these spanners, and I thought that'll be the front side, of course, that side, and polish it up and spray these black. And I thought these would look alright for the numbers, just sort of like that, and it'll all be worked out later, but we can put them at an angle. I think that'll look alright, but spray them black or something like that, that'll be alright. And then for the hands, I'm not putting the second hand on because I think it'll look bad. Two old screwdrivers, 2 worn screwdrivers for the hands. So I think it might just work out, and they'll be painted black as well. So wait, as I say, it's just for amusement, something to do. So we're having a mechanics clock. Right, so what I'm going to do is get on and just start cutting that out and cut the ends off the spanners. Well, after a stroll, what's new? I've got the circle cut out, and I've got all the spanner heads cut off. Still to be finished, of course. Well, I've just done 2 just to see. I didn't know whether red or black, but didn't I think both. So if we do the 12, 3, 6 and 9 in black and the middle one's in red, because black and red go together well, I think that's alright. That'll look alright. Of course the problem is I've got to drill a hole in all the spanners, which means I'll most likely have to try and anneal them to drill them. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And also, I've got enough of this, look, this copper piping, well it's actually brake piping, to go around the edge. So if I cut a groove in that with the Dremel, and then that'll make a border, won't it? So I think it's going to look alright at the end, I think. Right, just to, as I say, a quick update, but tale for tomorrow now. It's been I've rearranged these several times. I tried starting large and that, but some are the same, you know, but it's I think it's going to look alright when it's done. Anyway, we'll see. Well, getting on slowly. Didn't get much done yesterday, but I didn't get that D-bird. My neck it you know, a circle's a long way round, so I did that both sides. The back didn't take long to do, but front, oh, must have been, I don't know how long, good half hour, maybe a bit more. Now, you know the spanners I'm going to use. Well, I found these screws, nice brass screws, so I had to drill a hole in them. Well, I did these 2 yesterday, and I thought I would struggle, and I did. I've only got an ordinary hand drill, I don't have a pillar drill, and several sharpened little drills, and must have been nearly an hour doing those 2, I think. So I thought, well, I've got to anneal them. I know I have. I've got to soften them. So I've got a little blow lamp, which wouldn't be hot enough, of course. So what I did, I found a bag of charcoal in this shed from before. So I put it in a tray, a bit like a disposable barbecue, I suppose. And I did them, and it took a long while. Anyway, it's worked. I've just done these 3, and that's worked alright. So I've just got to clean those up, so we should be able to make a bit of progress. Also, I said about using this for the edge, and I think you can see that. I put a slot in it. I've done about half of it, yesterday, and I used the Dremel to do it. I think it'd probably have been quicker with the bigger angle grinder, but I've got it in my, so I might as well use it. So that's where we've got to. So we can hopefully progress a bit today. Also, I found that tap, which just happens to be the right for that thread. And I've had a, right in here, but anyway, I had a practice, and yes, it'll drill it and screw in. They're a fraction loose, but they've only got to hold these on, haven't they? So we've got to now get on and clean all those up and get them painted, and mark out the holes. I'll do it on the back side of this, and then we'll have a look at the clock and see about putting the clock on it. We've still got one or two problems to do, no doubt. Anyway, we're playing about, aren't we? And it's coming on. So there's the update for now. Well, despite spending quite a long while on it yesterday, I didn't really get a lot done. Most of it was spent polishing the front, and I tried it by hand, then I used the Dremel to run out of things, and then finish it off with hand. But I had several half-hour sessions, believe it or not. Anyway, it's done now, and I marked the back out. I don't know if you can see, where do we start? There. Yes. You might be able to see it just there. So I've got the back marked out. So we've just got to drill the holes and attach those. Got some of these little brass screws. Just polish the head on those. And so that's the next job. And I've got the clock to pieces, and the biggest job left, I think, is the hands. And I'm not sure yet, but we'll have a look at that later. I've got some bit of plastic we might use for that. Right, so we'll do a bit more. Well, the clock is done, but not finished. I really want some bigger hands on it, don't it? But I don't quite know how to do it. They're ever so light, and unless I can make some things. Anyway, I've done enough now this week. Been on it all week. So that'll do for now. But look at that. It's a good workshop clock, isn't it? The mechanics clock. And there's everything's come up. I'll just go through again what I've done. Right, I've had to obviously get a clock and take that to pieces. Did that, and I've got one screw in just there, but there's only one hole in it, and it's at a slight angle, so I've taped it for now. I'll stick it on in the end. But also, if you can see just there, that bit of it wants grinding off because it's a little bit close. So before I stick it on, I've got to do that. And there is one screw that's out of position. Only always one, isn't there? That one. Can you see? It's not at right angle to the rim. Anyway, I managed to get the copper pipe on, and it's all polished up. And the spanner heads have come alright. They took a bit of arranging, but that's come alright. So there we are. Anyway, a week's work so far. I'll hang it up in here, I think, when I've done it. But I've just got to, as I say, do something with the hands, I think. I could even just probably get a piece of wire and put on, you know, because it's got to be ever so light, otherwise it won't work at all. And it might as well work, isn't it? So, there we are. Anyway, enough of that. I'm a bit knackered, actually. I've had a week of it. Not a full week, obviously. Not full days, but, you know, I think I've had 4 hours today on and off. And probably the same yesterday. So, there we are. But, you know, the end result's come alright, I think. I think you'll agree with that. Right. If I get something next week, if I get something to make the hands, or I can do that, I'll show you it finished and hung.